I've thought about 20 different ways to start this episode. There is so much bullshit I have to call out in it. I agree with Kody on something.
No fucking way.
Go ahead, everybody, jump on my ass. But yes, I'm going to agree with Kody on something. And when I first read the episode title, I thought it said making out with a teenager, not making out like teenagers. And I was thinking, what in the Epstein files are we about to get into? Sister Wives, season 20, episode 8, making out like teenagers. Don't worry, Kody is not making out with Aurora. Let's watch.
Remote reality, yeah, that's the key. Unlocking stories wild and free. With the host, side by side. Channel surfers, let's ride.
Hey, Channel Surfers, welcome to Remote Reality. I'm Lauren, the financial attorney who overanalyzes everything, including my favorite reality TV shows, especially when we've got some financial stuff to talk about.
I'm Dee, her paralegal.
Who is just so excited to be here, and this is her favorite thing to do in the whole wide world.
Yeah, I love being in front of a camera.
Absolutely. She's a star. Channel Surfers, we did it. The last I checked, we were at 101
Yay!
YouTube subscribers. Yay! I didn't think that we would get to 100 this year. A few weeks ago when I was like, all right, let's see if we can do it. I even asked you, I was like, do you think that we can get 20 people to subscribe in the next 2 months? I don't think so. I really didn't think that you guys liked us that much, but thank you. Thank you. And we're going to celebrate. I have a bottle of bubbly. It's like the BJ's $7 bottle of Prosecco. Let's not lie. Like Kody is going to be celebrating Coyote Pass at some point after this Coyote Pass standoff. After this episode, Dee and I are going to record and drop a special episode for, we've got 100 YouTube subscribers. And I know that sounds really, really tiny, but it's really, really huge to us. And we're going to drink with y'all and maybe do a couple of Am I the Assholes from Reddit? I might even do a little tour of my Sims Kody and Robyn house from their old house. I totally remade it in Sims, so might do a little tour of that as well. We're just gonna drink with y'all and have some fun. All right, but let's have some fun with Sister Wives. We're starting out with Robyn, Kody's lovely assistant, and Kody gluing on a top to a mantle that's already there. It looks like he's just gluing on like the plywood part, but he needs somebody to hold his hand. He can't do this all by himself. He's never been able to do a construction project by himself.
Yeah, he needs help. He doesn't really need anybody to do anything, just kind of hold stuff for him.
He's Robyn to be his cheerleader.
Or he's trash bag.
Not trash bag, trash can.
Trash can.
She is a dumpster. She's holding the trash bag. But no, she is the dumpster. Why do I want to say cum dumpster? What's wrong with me? Anyway, she has to be there, though, just in case she doesn't like the way he's gluing the top back onto the mantle.
That made no sense to me.
Doesn't want to make any changes in his wife's living room, including securing the shit that's falling apart without her standing right there. And she goes in to kiss him and she says, oh, your mustache. Ew. And she's pulling away. She's got that whole bad breath vibe that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
Like, get off of me. And then she says that kissing him with the mustache feels like she's kissing one of those vegetable scrubbers that you have in your kitchen sink. Your thoughts on that, Dee?
I can't imagine her even knowing what a vegetable scrubber is.
Right? They order to go for everything. Even later in this episode, I zoomed in on the boxes because 3 of them are eating out of pizza boxes. The rest of them are eating out of Robyn's QVC purchases. And it's from Fat Olives. They've got like pizza, garlic bread, pasta. You know, you can make that pasta for like $5 at home. But no, let's spend some money on some takeout. So what vegetables was she scrubbing? Even if she made that damn salad, is she scrubbing the arugula? No. I think she meant a Brillo pad, which isn't for vegetables. It's for stuck on spots on your pots and pans. But you were saying with a goatee that long.
I usually don't think that they're because my husband used to have one all the time. And when it reaches a certain point, it's actually soft. It's not prickly and
Right.
hard and poking you when you kiss. That's usually like when they first start growing one out. But
Yeah.
once it gets in, it's usually softer.
Especially if you're maintaining it and, doing
Mm-hmm.
the beard oil, which the way that Kody takes care of his hair, I can't imagine he's not manicuring his
Absolutely.
beard.
Yeah.
So he says he will shave it off if she will make out with him like teenagers. Ugh. I mean, really, I'm not feeling well already. This is just like one drop in the bucket more. This is when the Pepto Bismol came out and I just started chugging it. Thank you, Kody and Robyn. But they go into the bathroom because I guess he needs somebody to stand there and watch him shave so
He
he doesn't
needs
cut
help with
himself.
that too. He needs help with that too.
Oh my gosh. No wonder Solomon still has Kody brushing his hair. Robyn's still like brushing Cody's. Um, he just takes the mustache off and some of the side beard. He's leaving that goatee.
Yeah, he left the chin hairs.
Why is he leaving this rat on his chin?
I don't know. I don't like those. If you're gonna have that, you need to have the mustache as well, in my opinion.
Yes. I'm like, take it all off. Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Oh, I just said that about Cody. Put it back on. Put it back on. Ugh. Okay. I'm just asking for more Pepto right now. So he takes off the mustache part. Now, right now, I'm team Janelle on this. I think that facial hair, it depends on the guy. Some guys
Mhm.
look really good with facial hair. You guys have heard my mustache rants between Big Brother and Love is Blind. Like some guys can do it and some guys
Mhm.
can't. Some guys look better with it, especially if they don't have a strong jawline. They look better sometimes with the beard.
Yeah, I'm with Janelle too. I think some guys can wear it and wear it well, and others should not have one at all.
Absolutely.
And I definitely don't like the really long ones that seem to have been trending the last few years.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but I guess it depends on the guy. I like a little bit of scruff, like not a beard, but just a little 5 o'clock
What
shadow for
That's what I was getting
hair.
ready to say, the 3-day shadow or whatever it is that they call it, like, just a little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Now, Maddie, she is known for popping out these babies pretty quick. And it looks like Janelle ended up taking her to the hospital. Kayla must have been at work, but about 6 o'clock in the morning, she wakes up. She's like, hey, time to go. Around 8 o'clock, she takes her to the hospital. And by 10, she's got a baby.
It's fast.
32 hours here. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane and amazing. Janelle said she didn't even need the doctor. The midwives did just fine. I believe it. If it only took 2 hours, that doctor
No
barely had time
kidding.
to eat his bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and get in there.
I mean, I know that the more you have, the faster they tend to come, but even that's so fast.
And she knew. She had been on
Yeah.
and off in labor and she knew when it was time. Now, Christine tells us she wasn't there because Maddie said, just wait until after the baby comes, which makes sense. You don't need a bunch of people at the hospital. When you need people to show up is after that dang thing is out and crying and needing food and needing diaper changes. That
Mhm.
is probably when you can be the most helpful to somebody.
Yeah, she can just have them over in shifts and help.
Think about how amazing that would be to have Christine come over and
Oh,
help
yeah.
care for your kid. She's like the
Yeah.
best. So Christine and David's so cute.
I know, I just love him.
Love them together. Now, first of all, total fake out with these Amazon boxes. They are taped up in blue painter's tape. And when David picks up the box, it looks like there's nothing in it.
Yeah, he just kinda tossed it on top of another one,
And it
like
tosses it back down. But they've got birthdays coming up and they've got baby showers and Maddie's gonna be whatever. Like, this is just a fake scene. And they didn't even try that hard. They didn't even go get clear tape or something to make it look like Amazon
Mhm.
had just shipped it. They literally have blue painter's tape that they've just taped all the way around to
Mhm.
make it look like it's a box
To set up the conversation about her spending.
about her spending. Now, I don't know for Robyn level spending. Honestly, we've been having Amazon boxes and boxes come almost every day for the last few weeks, but it's because I had to get Jake clothes. I ordered my cleaning products online and just have them
Mhm.
delivered. uh, puppy medicine. So I understand. And Christine says she's used to managing her own finances in a sense. She said that they all, when they were together, the sister wives and Kody, they would all put money into a community fund, but then Kody would write the checks out and they could take it out for pretty much whatever they needed. Now, Janelle says that caused some difficulty because they had different ideas of what spending should be done. Obviously, some people thought you should buy everything you want off QVC or at art galleries or ATVs for Christmas. And some people didn't see it that way.
Christine even said it at one point that she had no Christmas gifts for her kids.
And that was before they got on the show, it sounds like. This was before Robyn.
Gotcha.
So David goes, but now it's just me and you. Now, David, I agree with David here. He's saying, where will we be in 10 years? This is not something you see Kody doing. Kody is not thinking about life past this show. David, he sees we're not going another 10 years. The show's been on for 20 years. We're not getting to season 30 of Sister Wives. We need to have money saved for retirement. Christine says that they used family money. And I remember them talking about this in the past, but they would use family money to pay for college. Now, that's where I agree with Kody. Do not take out student loans.
Ah, okay.
I'm not saying that parents should not put money aside in their retirement and pay for their kids' school. That's not a good idea either. But student loans, especially the federal ones, one of the worst kind of debts you can have. There is no statute of limitations on it. They don't go away in bankruptcy. I mean, it's like extremely, especially in the Fourth Circuit where I am, it's like extremely, extremely rare cases where a student loan gets discharged in bankruptcy. Now, that does vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, but I don't know. In my opinion, that's one of the worst kind of debts you can have.
Yeah, it works a lot like a credit card. It just keeps growing and growing and growing if you're just making the minimum payments.
I mean, I had $74,000 for in-state tuition at a public law school. I lived at home, and 74, I ended up paying 148 back over 13.
That's crazy. That is so
At
crazy.
3 to 6% interest. Yeah, student loans, scholarships. Go to finaid.org, apply for a scholarship. Let's say it takes you 10 hours and you get a $5,000 scholarship. A, that's tax-free money. B, the 10 hours it takes for you to write that thing and submit it and you end up winning it, that's like $500 an hour tax-free. I don't even make that kind of money. So apply for those. If your kids are young, look into education IRAs. Plan it out. Any kind of scholarship you can get. Go to tech school. Like, do what you can do if you want to go to college to spend the least amount of money because you don't want your kids to be stuck in debt forever. Hopefully they'll figure something out with Truly. Hopefully Kody will maybe sell some of his artwork or something to help pay for his last kid. I mean, she did take him for child support. I do know that in child support decrees, even though you usually only have an obligation to support a kid through age 18, we've seen them extended beyond that. We've seen people that are responsible through the family courts for paying for education through college. So maybe we don't know what the agreement was. I think it was all under seal, but maybe she was smart and got something like that in there. But I thought that was a really important conversation because now she has to learn to talk to her spouse about big purchases, which being married when I was 34 and my husband was 40 when we got married, that's something that we are still learning how to do sometimes. We were so used to having separate finances. So yeah, I thought that was a really important conversation.
Well, and she said that she loved having those conversations with him because when she would have them with Kody, she basically would be physically ill. And
can you blame her? Look at how he spends money.
I know.
I get worried, thinking about it.
Yeah. But she doesn't feel that way when she has those discussions with David. She said he feels like, he's a partner.
But he's more responsible. He's thinking about retirement. He's thinking about probably making sure they have health insurance and
right.
not spending money on four-wheelers instead.
Mm.
What did you think of Christine's diaper cake?
It looked a little sloppy, or like it wasn't. It looked like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Actually, I just it was kind of off, and I
She's
wasn't
made a
sure.
lot of them, but I don't know that she's made a lot of them well. This was
Uh,
like the Wish version of diaper cake.
I didn't know if those were cloth diapers or like.
No, I think they were reusable.
You think that so they okay.
Not
Yeah.
reusable, disposable.
Disposable? I couldn't
Yes.
tell. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, that
It looked like she put that together while drinking wine.
well, cheers to that. That will be us in a minute. If I had some diapers, we could try to make a diaper cake.
Yeah.
Just as quickly as Madison went into the hospital, she is back out of the hospital. Peyton's over there. Savannah's over there. Janelle's over there. So it's great to see the family gathering in North Carolina. I thought it was so funny. They are talking to Caleb, the producers, and he's saying, "Oh, she's still upstairs getting dressed." Well, as he's saying this, from behind him, you see Madison walking in with the baby saying, "No, I'm here." And then you see Savannah walking in, and as soon as she sees the camera, she turns right around and walks back in the other direction. She's like, "Not right now. No
Bye.
cameras, please."
I'm out of here.
About face, boom, she's out of here. Out.
That would be me.
Yeah, you love the camera.
Yeah, sure.
So the new baby is Amelia Estelle because everybody in the South has two names. Are they saying like a first name and a middle name?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, do they not do that out west? Because I mean, I'm from Ohio. I'm up north, and we do middle names unless it's a huge family. Like my dad has 10 siblings, and not all of them have middle names.
My grandpa had 14.
Did they all
His
have
name
middle
was,
names?
yep, he was Ivy Coolidge.
No shit.
First and middle, Ivy Coolidge. Yeah, my grandpa is Grandpa Ivy, Ivey. Very rare name for a guy.
Mhm.
I wonder if they mean like Anne Marie or Mary Ashley, which are first names, but I've never heard one like Amelia Estelle, and then you have the middle name.
Mhm. Maybe
It's
that's
usually
what she's.
like a two-part name like that.
Yeah.
Beth Ann,
Yeah. Joe Beth. Billy Joe.
Billy Joe, but they're going to call her Millie Billy, which reminds me of my little pit bull Lily. We used to
Aw.
call her Lily Billy, little pothead,
Miss Lily.
Lily Billy. She kind of looked like Drakey. Your
Mhm.
little Drake sitting over there on the bed.
Is he behind me? I can't
He
see
is.
him in the screen right
Oh
now.
yeah, he's taking a nap. He is snoozing. He is like, sister wives, please let me know when y'all pop that
Yeah.
bubbly.
He's been a little cuddle buddy this weekend.
So sweet. So Millie Billy and Madison looks great. She's got
She-
that thick pregnancy hair.
Oh my gosh, she looked amazing to have just had a baby 24 hours ago.
I was still laid up in labor at that point.
I was too. Well, no, I was a C-section, so about
I
12
was
hours.
too.
Yeah,
After
about
32 hours.
Yeah, they let me go 12 hours before they did my C-section. So,
Well, la-di-da.
well, it was an emergency C-section.
So
So,
was mine.
thought they'd have waited
They
a little.
tr-
Yeah.
They tried. The president told me there was one in front of me, and then when she left, the attending rushed in. She's like, "You're going in." I was like, "Okay, great." In 2 hours, she's like, "No, we bumped that one. You're going in now."
Now, girl, let's get him
Awesome.
out of here.
Awesome, because that's what I told the resident we need to do. See, we didn't need a doctor either.
Mm-hmm.
We got this. Just kidding. Now, Christine says that this is going to be baby number 17, grandbaby number 17 for her and David.
Big family.
I love that.
Uh-huh.
Well, they both have
Kids.
big families.
Yeah.
To Kody and Robyn. And let me start by saying they are not making out like teenagers.
No. Ugh.
Actually, after he shaved his goatee, she went in and they're peck kissing. They were making out like 90-year-old grandparents. I'm surprised there's not drool pulling back from their peck kisses. And then she's like waving her hand in front of her face to get him away. Like, I think it's a breath thing. And honestly, this scene really cements it for me because Kody walks in to tell Robyn for, I don't know, the 50th time they are closing on Coyote Pass. No shit, Sherlock. We know it. Thank you, Captain Obvious. And Robyn is pretending to organize her pantry that has a crap load of stuff in it. I counted at least 20 chip bags in there.
I was doing that too when I was watching. I was counting the chip bags, the cereal boxes, the
pasta, the 3 things of peanut butter. You want to know why she's not kissing him? Because the man is eating chocolate Justin's peanut butter and chili lime sun chips and Talkies. We've got grain-free tortilla chips. We have cheese-flavored popcorn and potato chip, peanut butter, granola. I mean, what do you think his breath smells like after he's probably eating these super garlicky nachos? And that's getting all stuck in his goatee.
Probably a dirty diaper.
This is why we're not making out like teenagers. Although I guess when they were teenagers, they weren't making out at all. I don't know, Kody maybe. But those pet kisses?
They reminded me of, like, have you ever watched a show and you see actors kissing and they're doing the actor kisses, like where one kisses the upper lip and the other one kisses the lower? That's what it reminded me of. Like, it didn't even remind me of a kiss that hits, you know? I mean, they were totally missing.
Well, maybe Kody is used to kissing Meri. She was the one that was around the longest. And I don't know if you've noticed, her lip is like double the length of everybody else's. She has the biggest top lip I've ever seen, like as far as length.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's wild. There's so much food in there.
My pantry could go shopping in their pantry.
Mine too. I mean,
Yeah.
let's say there's 5 people. There's got to be at least 4 gigantic chip bags per person. They're moving the stuff off Coyote Pass and they pull out of a moving van that table that they painted blue that I think Robyn's dad had built. Kody and Robyn's family went out there and painted it blue a few seasons ago. So they're moving that out into the new house. Kody and his 2 burly daughters. As they're walking through the yard, there's just so much junk. Like there's this gray shed. It's dilapidated. It's falling apart and it's just sitting in their yard.
Yeah, I wonder if it might have been like in a neighboring property that kind of like butts up to theirs or something, because it just didn't look like it belonged with all the other buildings when you see different shots of the house.
I don't know. It was right there.
It could be. Maybe it was one of the original buildings before everything got started.
They had a lot of patio furniture that was like blown over and chairs not even standing upright. I imagine that they're going to have a few cars out on cement blocks soon from the looks of it. So for the umpteenth time during this series, we hear Robyn boo-hooing about losing Coyote Pass, losing that dream where she's the queen sister wife or whatever the fuck she thought that dream was. And then Kody, he starts talking about his soulless house. Yes, he's saying, my house is soulless, not soulless.
Yeah.
Soulless.
He
But
meant,
honestly, maybe he was trying to say soulless because that makes more sense in the context.
yeah, their dream, that house was their dream, buying that house, and it brings him solace.
And now I have solace in this house. Yes.
Solace.
Yes, you do.
I have solace in my grief, he said,
I have
of my
solace
past
in my grief.
dreams.
Maybe he was going for solace.
If he was, he hit the nail
Honestly,
right on the head.
that makes more sense. Sorry for trying to correct your grammar, Kody. I don't think you were saying solace. I was just trying to put words in your mouth. It was solace. I said, usually is. Meri is completely gutting her house and redoing it, which I think is a good thing because she's giving me crazy cat lady vibes.
I thought, it sounds like a fun project to me. I mean, that's something I would love to be able to do. I love doing stuff like that.
Oh, I do too, but
Mm-hmm.
this house is giving crazy cat lady vibes.
Well, wasn't it her mom's before it was hers?
Yeah, it was
I
a
don't-
bed and breakfast, but
Yeah,
it's
I don't think she's
still-
ever done anything with it, has she? Really?
No, but she's saying things like,
Holy freaking hairballs?
yes.
Yes.
And thankfully, she got a roommate instead of 20 new furry roommates. She's got Amber, who needed a change. Meri goes, I got a lot of extra rooms. Amber says, cool. We'll just have this situation until it no longer suits us.
Amber, she has those cute little quips just like Jen does.
Yeah, but Meri's bitch lessons are paying off because Meri's talking about how she's going to go meet up at Coyote Pass with the gang, Robyn, who she doesn't trust, Kody, who, whatever, she doesn't have his side anymore, and
get her money and
she
out,
says,
bitches.
Yeah, peace out, bitches. I'm looking around. I'm like, where's Jen? Oh my God, she said that without Jen holding her hand. Go,
I loved
Meri.
it. I loved it. It's nice to see that side of her.
Jen's bitch lessons are paying off.
Way to go, Jen.
I think it's great that Meri's going to have her roommate. I mean, this is essentially how I ended up with roommates in my 30s. I moved to Charleston. I bought a house. My friend was moving here at the same time. He's like, hey, do you have an extra bedroom? I'm like, yeah, I got a few extra bedrooms. And then I get Will as a roommate. And then I end up with Liz as another roommate. We had the best time, though. I always hated living alone. And before I got them, I had got 2 dogs. And yeah, I was on my way to having 20 dogs. So it was good to have humans in the mix.
I think I'm still on my way to having 20 dogs.
D.
I know. There's no hope. I'm past hope. I'm past hopeless. It's beyond that.
I've gotten up to 4 at once, but you've been up to 5 at once.
I've been up to 5 at once. Yeah.
So you're closer on that climb.
Yeah. Well, in my defense, my husband brought those in. He would bring in the dogs. I can't afford them now that he's gone. So
he's been gone. How many dogs have you gotten? Well, there's one of them.
Well, I didn't voluntarily get the dogs.
Come here.
I did not voluntarily get the dogs, though. I have now inherited my children's dogs because they can't afford to put them in apartments with them.
OD, who bought Bella for Dylan and now has Bella.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? You got the best one with Drake.
I know. She's not getting him back, but I'm not telling her that.
Well, hey, Shayla, if you're listening to the podcast.
She don't. I've had him for what, 4 years now? He was 9 months old.
She knows.
I think she does too.
But you know, Meri would end up with like 20 different cats. And then when she goes wherever, they're just going to be living in her house. She's going to have those things installed that like those like cat playhouses that run all around her rooms. Maybe that's what she's doing with the makeover.
She's
like
putting the cat shelves around the top of the rooms.
Yes. She's going to have like the laundry room is just going to be litter boxes.
Gross. I hate a litter box.
Gotta smell better than Kody and his wrestling mats.
Oh, for sure.
To Kody and Robyn's house, and Kody has an important announcement. All right, kids. Everybody happy with your pizza? Yeah? You like your pizza? How about that pasta? That plain looking pasta. Solomon, is that good? You like that there? Oh, your mouth's full. You don't want to. Okay. Well, I got some crazy news. We're selling Coyote Pass. That's right. It's under contract. All right. Yep. Nobody's got anything to say about it. Try not to talk with your mouth full this time. Well, we're selling it. Did you hear that? Sorry.
That's it?
Well, that means you're no longer going to be able to go out there. All right. Well, yeah, y'all are real torn up about it. It's okay. It's okay. Don't cry in your arugula pizza. Don't cry in your pizza, Brie.
You know, they're just sitting there going, thank goodness we don't have to fucking talk about Coyote Pass no more.
Let's pop some champagne to that. Seriously, Kody, nobody gives a fuck except for Robyn. And I don't even think she does either. I think you just are so boring that production has to give you something, and that's the best they can come up with. Because really, Robyn organizing her pantry, not really great.
And I just have to say, there was 3 of them with pizza boxes sitting in front of them. They had their own individual pizzas. And what was on Bree's? Was it grass? I mean, it looked like she was
arugula. She took her salad and put it on top of her pizza. And then Saul had this plain looking pasta. It looked like it was sauceless. Maybe it was Alfredo, and he had a piece of bread. Like everything on his plate was brown. And then Ari had what looked like maybe an Alfredo pasta and then also a marinara pasta. And then Robyn had some salad and
Mhm.
some bread.
I was just amazed that the 3 of them had their own individual pizzas. Like, just why don't you just order a big one and, I want half and half or whatever, that's
It
the
had
way
a
we do it.
ton of meat on it. Like, I'm getting heartburn just thinking about it, but Saul had nothing of color on his plate. Nothing. It was all light brown.
I'm surprised
Every
he
bit
didn't
of
have
it.
any of the pizza. I mean, kids usually love pizza.
Too much color. It's got
Mm,
something red on it.
mm,
And that crust is it's too dark of a color. If it's not tan or beige,
mhm.
Saul's not eating it.
Apparently not.
Kody's favorite memories of Coyote Pass, since he and Robyn are the only ones that are going to miss it. And I mean, Robyn has nothing to say except crying about it. He really liked lighting fires out there.
Mhm.
And he really liked skinny dipping with the kids and screaming, "Look how deep it is." What the
First of all, the images that they showed was not skinny dipping.
I would still be traumatized.
But yeah, I agree with you. Seeing him in them tidy, whitey, Speedo type underwears or whatever it
When your
was he
daddy's
was wearing.
screaming, "Look how
Ugh,
deep it is.
ugh.
Get wet." Oh my god. What other memories do we have at Coyote Pass? Because the ones I'm thinking of are just Kody and his kids, like
Yeah,
riding their mopeds for Christmas out there, or Robyn flying off the ATV, or them painting the bench blue. They don't involve the whole family. It just really, besides the skinny dipping and the night that they went out there and
right.
lit a fire, besides those memories, it's just Robyn and her family.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting that Aurora is saying the same thing that you hear Robyn say, which is
Mhm.
this property represented us all coming together as a family. And now that it's going away, that dream is going away. All right. First of all, what does it say that a piece of empty property that you don't even spend time on together is what's holding the family together?
I don't know. I mean, I'm
How
just
many families are held together without a piece of empty property? Most of them.
I was just thinking that, I mean, do her older girls, are they able to think for themselves? Because every time they talk, it seems to just be a repeat of something they've heard Robyn say, which we've already heard Robyn say as well.
Well, she's the decoder for everyone, but she didn't get Kody in time because it's so interesting that after Aurora said this, we cut to Kody in the diary rooms, essentially saying Coyote Pass is where it went wrong. That
Mm,
they were doing so well. They were bonding as a family. They left Utah and that grew their bond. When they were in the cul-de-sac in Vegas, that was the best they ever had it. And then they moved to Flagstaff and they ruined it. Coyote Pass is what the nail in the coffin was. That's what tore them apart. So it's crazy that they're there saying that this is what held them together. This is what they were holding on to. What delusion are they holding on to? They didn't even spend time out there together. Robyn and her kids did, but the whole big family,
never
not
made it out.
really.
No,
Like,
no.
I think about COVID when they were all hanging out on their property lines, screaming at each other to get the kids away from each other.
Yeah.
What memories are there? This is just, it's delusional.
Yeah, there wasn't any family, like big family memories out there. None, except for when they first went, like you said, when they were skinny dipping in the water and all of that stuff. That was
Well, that's
it.
all they had to show us. That's
Yeah.
all they had to show us of the whole family. And Kody hit the nail right on the head when he said, we had it good in the cul-de-sacs. And it all fell apart from there, which that's when they got Coyote Pass. That's when it fell apart. Kody says that he blames Jen for Meri leaving the family. Like when they were in Vegas and that cul-de-sac, he thinks that she started pulling him away. She apparently told Janelle that Meri should clear the bank account and leave at that point. Um, and again, this is Kody failing to take accountability for the fact that he's a
Mhm.
jerk. And her friend is just being supportive and saying, don't put up with this shit. You deserve better than
Mhm.
this kind of treatment. Take what's yours and leave.
Yeah, I thought it was just pure bullshit sitting there trying to blame it on Jen. I'm like, you've pushed this woman away for over 10 years and you're going to blame her best friend? Like you didn't want her to leave anyway. Like he didn't want her to leave. I mean, he
Well,
was
he
maybe not
wanted
in
her to
Vegas.
leave, right, and I guess he's saying that he blames her for being the catalyst that
Mm.
made Meri maybe go online and find friends. If you know, you know. Again, though, Jen's not in your marriage. If Jen telling her friend she deserves better is enough to break apart your marriage, you need to look back and re-examine that. And are we going to blame Jen for Christine and Janelle too?
Mhm. She have a
No.
nice heart to hurt with them.
No, it's not. That's not Jen. So that was you. No, wasn't you. Like he can't find any fault with himself.
Never.
Has to find someone else to blame. And apparently he came after Jen. I don't know how he came after Jen.
But
Meri
it
doesn't
pissed
say
Meri
how.
off. It
Yeah,
pissed her
at
off.
that point she's like, you know what? I'll pay however many hundreds of dollars an hour for you to talk to me through my lawyer because it's not worth talking to you directly. Nothing left to say.
Well, Janelle tried to tell her to do that anyway from the get-go.
So Meri's like, bye, Rumi. She's on her way out the door, and we see Janelle walking into Flagstaff into a bar with her friends Christina and Angela.
They're
Angie?
funny. Angela, yeah.
Angela. Now, at the end of the episode, we do get a in memory of Angela.
I missed that.
You missed that. Well, I did a deep dive. So,
Okay.
she passed away October 1st, so about a month and a half ago. And I saw her obituary. Her husband made a social media post, and it said that she had been struggling with opioid addiction for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, it really is. She's funny though. She says, "Don't you wish Kody would lose his voice?" Because Janelle walks in with laryngitis. She's like, "I'm
Mhm.
not sick. I just can't talk." Which, you know what? I would definitely be like, "Sorry, Kody. I have nothing to say to you, and I
Mhm.
can't."
Mhm.
So when Angela says, "Don't you wish Kody would lose his voice?" and Christina goes, "Angela, he's too busy losing his hair."
I know, I was rolling.
And he hates Jen.
Yeah.
Just add a few names to that list.
Yep. His list is getting longer.
Because by the end of the episode, he was crossing off Angela, though.
Oh.
Damn, Kody, you're an asshole. Anyway,
They asked
they're
Janelle if she's seen
asking,
anyone. If she's
right?
seen
They're
anyone.
asking her about her dating life. She says Kody was so high maintenance, but Christine says not all guys are that way. And are you on the Tinders? No, she ain't no Tinderella. And then she says that Christine mentioned farmers only, but she doesn't think there's real farmers on there. She thinks that's just a bunch of guys in cowboy hats. I'll have you know, Janelle, my cousin apparently was on farmers only, and he lived in North Carolina, and he was a hemp farmer. So yeah, there can be real farmers.
I think the cowboy hats would maybe be on a cowboy Tinder, you know?
She's in North Carolina. I feel like she can find a guy riding a tractor.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have as many cowboys in North Carolina as we are farmers.
Farmers.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have more farmers.
They're going to have some farmers. Like out there where she lives, my grandparents grew up on farms like an hour outside of where she is.
Mhm.
They used to pick cotton growing up. They're buried out in the cotton field. You got that southern snow just surrounding the graveyard. But yeah, there's all kind. I mean, you see corn, lots of corn, you know, so they can make high fructose corn syrup, and people are eating all that corn. You know, we're turning it into tortilla chips and candy. The farmers of today, y'all. So Robyn walks up and she smells vinegar. Doesn't seem abnormal, but then she sees these wrestling mats and she's like, wait, this is supposed to smell way worse. I just thought this was your feet. Why did they only smell like vinegar? So Kody got these wrestling mats from high school that was getting rid of them, and he just is washing them down with vinegar to get rid of the smell for now. Apparently, he's always had wrestling mats. He likes to wrestle his kids on them. Who is he going to be wrestling now?
I guess, what's the Solomon? He's the
Maybe
only one
Aurora's
left.
new boyfriend, wrestle the cowboy,
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
cleaning him off for a new match. Robyn is not super excited about hanging out with her friends, her old friends. She's like, what do you mean, friends?
She's a little anxious about it.
And Kody talks about how he could have just sold that property out from underneath Meri. And he and Janelle talked about it, and Janelle says, all right, well, if that's what you're going to do, then do it.
Mhm.
Robyn was thinking, who the heck are you? We're not doing this unless it's fair, which I like that story. But I feel like the fairness didn't enter the picture until they got attorneys. It doesn't really sound like Kody decided to be fair and then they went to get attorneys to enforce their rights. It sounds like
Right.
they had to go to that step
Yeah.
to threaten litigation, to threaten a partition before
Well-
anything happens.
well,
and
and
they tried trying to give the credit to Robyn.
Right, but I was also really confused when Meri was saying that they wanted her to sign an NDA. They wouldn't do it unless she signed an NDA.
Right.
And I was like, what? Why are they wanting her to sign one?
Well, whatever this NDA was, this was before they split up the property because the producer asks her, if you signed that NDA and they sold it out from under you, would you have been able to say anything? And she said no.
Interesting.
So this would have been early.
That's why.
the
Is that why she
discussion.
got the attorneys, you think? Is because she wouldn't sign it?
No. Well, I mean, according to the edit, she got the attorneys because Janelle went to her and said, you need to, which
Mhm.
from the edit makes it look like that happened after Kody came to her and said, we'll sell it out from under her.
Mm. Gotcha.
So
Yeah, I was really
really,
confused
Robyn's
with
not
it.
the hero here. We weren't seeing Robyn have these conversations.
Mm-mm.
We were seeing Janelle and Meri have these conversations. And if Robyn had said that, the attorneys wouldn't have gotten involved. If Kody wouldn't gratuitously said, let me put your name on the property,
Mhm.
there would have been no need.
Well, and
Well,
I
not
just
no need.
And
No
I
fight.
also thought, what total bullshit. This is the guy that, said if one of your wives ever left, that you would put them in a house down the road so you could be close to your friends and extremely generous. I don't ever see him being that kind of person.
Even though he said it, but that's what he told Robyn when she first joined the family.
Ugh. Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Well, now we can easily call that because we've seen what happened.
Well, yeah. But even back then, I don't know if I would have believed it or not.
The early season?
Maybe, but
This is when Robyn first joined the family.
oh,
This was how he
wooed her.
yeah, this was the bait he was using. Janelle gets to Coyote Pass first, and then Meri pulls up, and they get outside their cars and start talking. It's cold. It looks like it's windy, maybe rainy.
Mm-hmm.
Meri says that even though her and Janelle aren't the best of friends, she does appreciate that Janelle looked out for her interest in the property. Going back to what I said, I think that's how it got brought up, was Janelle saying,
Yeah.
you need to watch yourself.
I think that Janelle has amazing integrity. I think she's so fair with people.
And she and Meri hug, but
Mhm.
then it's cold. And I was surprised Janelle didn't invite Meri back to her car to sit and talk and hang out.
That's the way we would have done it, for sure.
I know. She was like, well, I'm just going to get in my car.
Well, I
Meri's
think,
like, I'll get in mine.
yeah, well, and we talked about this. I think this is all set up for production, the way this is going down out here on Coyote Pass.
And even when Kody and Robyn show up, they're not showing up with Justin, the realtor, whose idea this all was. So I agree. Also, I don't know if you noticed, there's sandbags that are right beside Janelle's car. I wonder if production set that up for where they should park for the cameras, pull up and park in front of those sandbags.
Yeah, because it just looked like that it was all wonky the way they were parked.
But also, if they were parked in any other way, you wouldn't be able to see the 3 cars from where the cameras were.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Kody and Robyn pull up, and they're all just sitting in their cars saying, oh, I guess we are setting the scene for how this is going to be.
Nobody's going to get out and talk.
Nobody's going to talk to each other. What are we expecting? We're going to sit around the fire and say kumbaya?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Well, Janelle calls it. She's like, well, what did she say? Standoff at Coyote Pass.
Yep, it's a showdown at Coyote
Showdown.
Pass.
Yeah, there it is.
They're about to have a duel. Duel for the proceeds. So next week on Sister Wives, looks like we're going to get this property sold. Finally.
Thank goodness. That's all we fucking talked about for how many damn seasons now?
You know what? I thought we were going to get it sold this episode, but no, we're going to drag it out to
Yeah,
next
we're gonna.
week.
Well, we gotta have the showdown the next episode.
All right, Channel Surfers. Well, that is our coverage of Sister Wives, season 20, episode 8. And I didn't see any making out like teenagers.
I did not either.
Nope.
More like kindergartners, maybe. Just
Womp,
peck,
womp.
peck. Womp, womp.
Totally disappointing. Robyn, that big fat rock that gets in the way of Cody's dreams. That's what she said. She said she was a big fat rock to make sure that Kody was fair. She had to plop herself down as a big fat rock. So tomorrow we'll be back with 90 Day the other way. And as soon as we wrap up this recording, toss it out there on the airwaves, we will be back with a little 100 subscriber celebration. So if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dream big. Next goal is 500.
All right, let's see if we can do that by when. When?
Oh, I don't even want to set a date for it. That's just, I'm like,
Okay.
will we ever? Will
Okay.
we ever get there?
Goals.
Yeah, but we'll have to think about what kind of crazy thing we'll do when we do get there. If we do
Yeah.
get there. All right, guys. Thanks for listening, Channel Surfers. We love you. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting us. Subscribing, liking, so that's the best way to support us right now. Doesn't cost anything, but it just brings so much joy to our hearts. And it's about to bring so much abuse to my face in just a minute. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Let's ride.
Tune